Who asked you live at zero complaint level? Mauj mein raho, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. The main principle that we are discussing now at this stage towards the conclusion of this Prabodh Sudhakar is knowledge and devotion. They are not two. Knowledge is Shruti Siddhanta. Shruti is Upanishad, Veda. And devotion is Smriti Siddhanta. So there are two main sources of knowledge. One is Shruti, second is Smriti. And among the Smritis also the Puranas are included. The Puranas are the various stories of Bhagavan and his Leela. So here, earlier verses, we have seen the absolute reality, which is common for everybody, whosoever he may be. See? We can call it as Sanatana Dharma. Then, if this truth is really recognized by us, what should happen? Then our vision changes. Presently, our vision is with reference to the relations, conditions. And therefore, we will not be able to recognize the divinity as the ultimate substratum of this world. And this world is names and forms superimposed on the truth. We will not be able to comprehend that. And therefore, the second topic is taken as the devotion. And for that, the Bhagavad Mahapuran is taken as a support text. And in Bhagavad Mahapuran, the things are told that how Bhagavan Krishna manifests is none other than the unmanifest reality. This is the main principle. Like the man is the unmanifest husband as well as the husband is manifest man. Where is the contradiction? But our attention goes basically on the relational understanding because we are looking at the world in relation to something. And therefore the questions are raised when this various glory of Bhagavan Krishna is sung. Nanu ucca avacha bhuteshu atma sama eva vartate hari duryodhane arjune va taradama bhavam katham nu gatavan saha. If Bhagavan is one, Hari is one, in and through everything, then why he had the different conduct between the Duryodhana on one side and Arjuna on one side? Why? This is the question. See? So this question is such a dumb question asked by the student. See? If there is only one electricity, why one is kept in the toilet and other kept in the temple? What should be done to such a person? Give him electric shock. All doubts will disappear. We are not able to go beyond the conditionings. See, these are such simple things. But we get lost only in that. So, बधिर अंध पंगु मूका दीर्घा खरवा स्वरूपाश्च सर्वे विधिना दृष्टा सवत्स गोप चतुर्भुजास्तेन. See, when Brahmaji has taken away all the animals and children and everything, then Bhagwan Krishna became everything. So he was the animals, he was the Gopavanas, he was the instrument that they had, he had their nature, their whatever, exactly 100%. Therefore, when our attention is on the substratum, the superimpose and the superimposed expression will not matter if our attention is on the substratum. And this is what is ultimately to be understood. Now, how do we understand this? See? Now, there are many quotes given. भूसमत्वं नृहरेः समोहि मशकेन नागेन लोकैः समस्त्रिभिः उपनिषदा भाषितः साक्षात्. Upanishad very clearly told everything, Brahma Stambha Paryanta, starting from Brahmaji up to the small mosquito, everything is nothing but Paramatma, because all these upadhis create the manyness. If this point we can catch in our life and work on that sincerely, our whole life will change. What is the point? Our perception are aupadhika. We always think, know, experience in relation to something. See? And the relations are two types, liking and disliking. Samsara begins. See? Therefore, whether the statue is that of Rama or the Ravana, it makes no difference to the gold. If our attention is on the gold, we will not bother what it is. Exactly the same way, our day-to-day life, you can see, we do it, but we do not know we do the same thing. Suppose I had to get myself operated, heart operation. So everything is fixed. Now the doctor, everything good. He is a very good doctor. Don't worry, you are safe in his hands. Then, any question? Yes. Is he Bharadwaj Gotra? No, he is not Bharadwaj Gotra. He is Abdul Kalam Gotra. No, then I don't want to get operated. So when we are looking at the doctor, we are looking at the substratum, not the superimpose. See, friends. Therefore, if we are to look at the substratum, what is to be done? A simple thing. Effects always dissolve in the cause. This is the rule. See? Take a mud pot, broken, it becomes pieces. So mud pot is, the broken pieces are. But it is became R, then you hit on his face. We are talking about existence. So the mud pot is existence. When you break, then existence is continued with the pieces. Then you powder those pieces. Then what it is the powder. Powder is. So, effect cannot disappear in its absence. The presence, existence continues to be. Therefore, all the scriptures tell, focus your attention on the substratum. Atma tavat abhokta tatha nanu vasudevasche nana kaitava yatnehi paraparimanivi katham ramate. If Atma, Paramatma, Vasudeva, Bhagwan Krishna is the abhokta, see, he is not enjoying, he is not indulging, see, then how come he was running after the girls and the ladies of Vrindavan and all that? So here the beautiful thought, I will not read, this is a very big one, but what we have to understand is this. those gopis were so much in tune with the divine thought that wherever they were seeing whatever, they were seeing Bhagavan Krishna. Whatever. Then these are Leela come in Bhagavad Mahapurana in a very exhaustive way. So some gopi will start thinking that she is a Balakrishna, and then the other gopi is the Putana, and then she will go and start sucking her breast, and then imagine that the Putana has died. They were so much intoxicated with Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So for them, their husband, wife, children, brother, father, everybody was Krishna. So from the superficial understanding point of view, they were indulging the wrong way. But from their standpoint of view, if you see, they were one with the divine. Meaning, although differences were perceived, but in and through all the differences, one truth was discovered. That is the meaning. See, friend, and this we can see in ourselves. Therefore, what we have to understand that Atma Pammena Sarvatra Samam Pashyati Arjuna. Hey Arjun, we look at the world what we have taken ourselves to be. If I take myself to be a sannyasi, then what is the world? Sannyasi versus non-sannyasi. If I take myself to be a man, then what is the world? Man versus not man. Then if I take myself to be Indian, then what is the world? Indian versus non-Indian. So Atma Pammena Sarvatra. We see whatever we have taken ourselves to be. See? Means what we do? We are focusing our attention some common substratum. See? Then okay, we are all Indians, very good. One more common substratum. I am from Bengaluru. I am also from Bengaluru. Where do you stay? I stay in that area, the area of 420. Alright? You stay in area 420. I also stay there. See, common factor. What is your house number? My house number is 1. Alright, my house number is 2. So what are we doing? We are trying to come closer at the substratum level, is it not? And the closer we come, the happier we become. Everyday's experience. And therefore, Bhagavan Krishna says, Atma Pammena Sarvatra Samam Pashyati Arjuna. As we deal with ourselves, how do we deal ourselves? When we have done some mistake, we forgive ourselves. See? We don't punish. Because when the teeth are biting the tongue, we forgive the teeth. Never mind, it's okay. Coming over there. You don't go to the dentist. Lagao isko. See, friends. Atma Pammena Sarvatra. So what is the meaning of all this discussion? Remain yourself in tune with the substratum. And this can happen only through knowledge. As the knowledge becomes deeper and firmer, the devotion will happen. Because what is devotion? Adveshta sarva bhutana maitra karuna evacha. In the 12th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna gave the description of a devotee based on the foundation of knowledge. They are not two. So he who has practiced Vedanta and the non-dual reality, and as a result, what happens is Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. Therefore, the devotees are those who do not hate anybody. Like the wise man is the one who accepts everything. Therefore, he Gacchati tishtati grihakritya parascha bhanjanaha krishnam vina anya vishayam samaksham api na avindan. Whatever they were doing, they were only thinking Krishna, 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 Krishna. This thought is brought by our Tulsidas ji Kami hi nari piyani jimi lobi hi priya jimidam timi raghunatha nirantara priya lagao moira. So like a greedy person thinks about nothing but money, 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 in the same manner, the wise man should always think about the God, nothing else. See? So, thinking is going on, but the thought is not pertaining to otherness. The thought is pertaining to the self. And if we are, be attentive, and if we are thinking about ourselves, what will happen? Thoughts will disappear. Why? Like the eyes can see others. Eyes cannot see themselves. Thoughts are pertaining only to others. You cannot think about yourself. Because for thinking, you require some attributes. So what is the attribute? Satyam jnanam anantam brahma yo veda nihitam guhayam parame vyomanna soshnute sarvan kaman sa brahmana vipashiteti. See? Eyes can see everything else, they cannot see themselves. Mind can think about everything else, it cannot think about itself. Therefore, Bhagavan Ramana says, Manasam tu kim margane krute, naiva manasam marga arjava. All the spiritual practices, whether it is karma or upasana or yoga, they are conducted with the hypothesis that the duality or relativity is real. Mind is real. On the foundation of that, karma is told. On the foundation of that, upasana is told. On the foundation of that, yoga is told. So why the karma is done, karma yoga is done? Chitta shodhakam, mukti sadhakam. Mind should be purified. Then purified mind is leading us to the liberation. So karma is not done for the sake of karma. Karmani chitta shuddhyartham. Karma is done for the purification of the mind. Then we do upasana. There also we take the mind as real. And then our problem is my mind is running here and there. Therefore, then chant the Lord's name. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. The mind will not run. See? There also we have taken mind as reality and therefore we are chanting the Lord's name, doing upasana. Then in case of the yoga, there also we have taken mind as a reality. Therefore, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Don't allow to think about anything. Keep quiet and suffer silently. Now, the ultimate is that mind because of which you are so much suffering. Find out what is that mind which is making you miserable. Manasam tukim. And then you come to know, Naiva manasam, areyar, man hai nahi. Where is the mind? Show the mind. What is the mind? See? Therefore, here also, Dussaha Virha Bhrantya Swapati Drushavan Narascha Pashun Hari Iyam Iti Suprita. So, because they were so much in pangs of separation from Bhagavan Krishna, meaning what? When they were so much away from their divine nature, they became miserable. A devotee's misery is an attempt to discard the objectivity and merge in the subject. And if we can really recognize in deep sleep we are one with the divine. Therefore, Upanishad says, Tatra in the deep sleep, Mata Amata Bhavati. Mother is not a mother. Why? She is not identified with the body. Therefore, she is, but she is not a mother. See, friend, these are so simple things. The 4 or 5 things which I told you. Mukhyatma, essential self, that is one without a second. Then Mithyatma, after body identification. Then Gaunatma, all relations. Then the Pratibhasik Atma, the dreamer. So the one reality with the different conditionings appears to have become many. So that one Mukhyatma becomes the Mithyatma, I the body. Mithyatma, the body identification leads to the Gaunatma. We become relations or one or the other. And the same reality, conditioning is subtle body. Then we become dreamer, Pratibhasik Atma. Now when this Vyavaharik Atma is coming out of the dream, what is his attitude toward the dream? Come on, yaar, it was just a dream, drop it. If this is clear, exactly the same way, this Vyavaharik Atma, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, when, be attentive, when he takes to the spiritual path, it is a new birth. See, that is Paramarthik Atma. Now he is no more talking, living, discussing about my husband, my wife, my children, you one. Enough, yaar, enough. To come to this inquiry quality of the mind, Bhagwan out of compassion creates problems in our life. And when the problems are created, then we come to satsang. Which satsang? Where desire fulfillment is not a criteria. Where blessing is not a criteria. You get nothing. See, the real spiritual life is a bargain of total loss. When you are discarding your body identification, what do you get? Nothing. See? Therefore, with this understanding, when we look at our life, then we come to know that everything is Paramatma, like for the gopis. And therefore, they were able to see the divinity in everyone. See, we look at the world what we have looked at ourselves. If I take myself to be a poor person is who? Conditioning money. And then I see a rich person, conditioning money. So what will be my reaction? मालूम है कैसा पैसा कमाया जो. See? So Atmopamena, when I consider myself to be a sannyasi, all these married people are useless. See? But when I had discovered myself to be in the divine, then there is none other than divinity in this world. Therefore, Vedanta, path of knowledge, brings us back to our divine nature. And if we have reached our divine nature that we are, then our vision will change. And what is the vision change? Deha bhimane galite Vidnyate Paramatmani. Vidnyate, experiencing our divine nature. So when the body identification is dropped, and when we are discovered our divine nature, then yatra yatra manoyati, wherever the mind is moving around, tatra tatra samadhaya. Samadhi means God, Paramatma, Brahman, Atma. See, Samadhi, we normally know only this much, Samadhi. But actually, the word Samadhi is Atma. Samadhi is a masculine word. In Hindi we take it feminine, isn't it? Samadhi lag gayi. So, that which supports everything without getting influenced by anything is the meaning of the Samadhi. So, tatra tatra samadhaya, meaning wherever the vision goes, whatever is the experience, every experience gives us the reminder of the divine being. That is the meaning. Therefore, Bhagwan Vedavyas also told that there were some gopis who used to just dress like Krishna and dance or dance with others. Therefore, again and again, when we think properly, then we come to know if there is a piece of jaggery, even a small grain will be same sweet in the same manner. The whole world is nothing but Paramatma. So two things we have to recognize. Number one, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya, and second is Jivo Brahmaiva Napara. This topic is meant for we refuse to get influenced by the world with the understanding that the world is mithya. Mithya is what? There are three states. One, something is. Second is nothing is. And third, although there is nothing, but something appears. Now, when there is, you can do nothing. See? Now, he is a man. Okay, man, what can you do? He is Aussie. Yes, he is Aussie. Then, second thing, he is not an animal. Thank God. You can't do anything. He is not an animal. Now, the third one is, he is not an animal, but he appears to be an animal whenever I look at him. Where that animal has come from. Therefore, something which appears but does not exist is the first step on the Vedanta with proper understanding. So, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. When we take this stand, what exactly should happen? First of all, we should understand what is the meaning of Mithya or illusion. Mithya or illusion appears under n number of conditions. Once it so happened, it was heavily raining, and one lady went to her house and knocked the door. The husband opened the door and again closed. Don't know who people come in this house. And then again she knocked very hard. Then he shouted at her. Then she shouted, "How dare you close door on my face? Oh, it's you, I didn't recognize." Because always with so much of makeup, he has never seen the original. So whenever you take mithya as real, samsara begins. See, friends, every day you can see this is so simple. Like this marriage, husband-wife born. Divorce, they die. Who is born, who died? Nothing has happened. Therefore, mithya is an experience which requires n number of conditions to be fulfilled. After this is the second step. When we look into the mirror, our reflection in the mirror is mithya, we know that. But a small child doesn't understand that. So the child will start looking at the mirror and then hit it and they go behind. You must have seen in big malls, there are mirrors, the children go and play. They think there is somebody there. But we, the elder one, we don't understand. It is imagination, reflection, not real. Therefore, we do not desire it. Now be attentive. Recognition of the world as an illusion is equal to freedom from desires. Do we desire the mirage waters? एक बोतल ले आना जरा. Let us try. No. See? Do we want to cut a piece of rainbow and make a necklace for the wife? No. Because it appears, it's not there. In the same manner, when we take this world as an appearance, we will never have any burden of desire of any kind. Ultimately, desire-free experience is God realization. We all have that when we are in deep sleep. Now take your own experiences. If you have to catch a flight the morning, 7 o'clock. 3 hours before you have to report. So you calculate. 4 o'clock I have to be there. Then I had to go from here, it takes 1 hour. So 3 o'clock I had to leave. Okay. Then I should take food, everything, and sleep early so that I can get up early in the morning, finish bath, and then go. Planning. So earlier thing happens. You finish your bath, everything, and then take your food and go to sleep so that you can wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. One thought, one sankalpa, one desire, you have to catch the morning flight. After every 23 seconds, isn't it? So one desire destroyed your whole night's sleep. We have the Himalayan desires. Whole life is destroyed. This is what Prabodh Sudhakar is. The first step we have seen, path of knowledge, Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. The second path is the path of devotion. Jivo Brahmaiva na paraha. See? Paramatma alone is. Other than Paramatma there is nothing. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Everything is Paramatma. Now be attentive. In that everything, as much we are included, so much everything is included. Meaning other than Paramatma there is nothing. Once we are discovered, accepted it, then finite alone can be improved, but infinite neither can be improved nor can be destroyed. Therefore, no desires. So ultimately, whether you take this world as an illusion, you are free from the desires, or you take everything as Paramatma including yourself, then also you have no desires. Therefore, the conclusion of all the spiritual practice is freedom from all desires. How? Jo thari raha hai, so mari raha hai. No desire. Let the life be lived through us. How the desires come? When we take the otherness as real, separate from you, and limited. See? Do we get disturbed about every child in this world? No. My son, samsara begins. But why my son behaves like this thing? You have answered your question, sir. Why is your son? There is no way out. See, friends, live your life, don't get involved in anybody's life beyond limit. Then take everything as Hari Ichha. Therefore, Bhagavan Krishna alone is everything. Now after this was established, then how Bhagavan does the anugraha in our life? See? We are talking from devotion point of view. Putana came to kill Balakrishna, and what Balakrishna did? He sucked her to death. See? And because of the death, she did not die. She merged in Bhagavan, Sri Krishna. See? Similarly, the other story is good. Shakata Asura, he was a great criminal, and Bhagavan also called him near and finished him, and thus he was also dissolved in the divine. Similarly, Yamana and Arjun, these were the two trees. They were cursed by the Gandharvas that you will become like the trees, and they were also liberated by Bhagavan Krishna in his Ukhal Leela. Therefore, like the sun cannot give the darkness, if we are abiding in ourselves, there cannot be anything right or wrong coming out of us. Everything is perfect in its own place. Nothing is wrong. Again and again, so many Leelas of Bhagavan, all of them were killed, etc. And yet he was never influenced by anything because he dissolved all of them. See? uh, even on the path, on the battlefield, Bhagwan Krishna also killed that Mushtika and Chanura, and thus they were liberated. You know, in the Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana, this thing comes. Why the Rakshasa Sena was not able to win? Because after having seen Bhagwan Ram, all the monkeys and everything from his army, all the Rakshasas were seeing everywhere only Ram. Ab kaun sa Ram hai, kaun sa nahi. Yatra yatra manoyati tatra tatra samanaya. Therefore, our spiritual practice is, our vision must change. And it can change. Ghum gatake patakor, khol tve piya milenge. What is that which is covering our divine nature? Is Kamaesha, Krodhaesha, Rajoguna Samudbhavaha, Maha Ashanaha, Maha Papma, Vidhenamiha Vairinam. Desire, alias anger. They lead us to the wrong way. See? Arjuna's question is exactly our situation. Atha kena prayuktoyam papam charati purusha. Anichan api. Although not desiring, not wanting, yet as if compelled by somebody, we go the wrong way. See? Doctor told us he should not take sweet. Yes, doctor told. But what happens to them to tell? When such lovely sweet is in front, how can you stop it? See? We know the things, and yet we go the wrong way. Who is that? And it is here, Bhagavan says, Kamesha Krodesha. Kama is the desire. Therefore, living at zero complaint level, meaning no desires. See? Whenever we have desire, we become extraordinary. Friends, real spiritual practice is remain ordinary, don't become extraordinary. See, the moment we become extraordinary, we go away from the center and go to the periphery. See, you know, this principle of devotion, bhakti, and the principle of knowledge, they are one and the same. See, how they are one and the same, we'll try to understand. See? There are so many stories of Bhagavan Krishna told according to Bhagavad Mahapuran, and ultimately we come to this conclusion which I am telling you now. See? I told you, learn from your experiences. Once I was somewhere and something or the other happens, and Indians being Indians, everybody is a doctor. All are the WhatsApp graduates. So they tell you, do this, do that. Do that. So I was somewhere, probably in Assam, if I remember. And my host told me, Swamiji, I know your problem, I'll give you some medicine. I said, what medicine? Homeopathy, I am a homeopath. Samudana Khichdi. So, now I had to take it, no choice. So he gave me, don't touch with your hand. Then with what should I touch? No, only from the bottle directly put like this. Okay. And then I said, okay, what is the next dose? Next dose is after 6 months. I said, will I survive till See? Then it kindled inquiry in my mind. I said, 6 months. This small little samudana, and after what will happen? It will not be even diagnosed in the body. Where it has gone. They said, no, it is a high potency. The moment he said high potency, I said, no, what happened? He said, high potency is, I said, explain me what is high potency. He explained. This is very important principle to learn. 1 drop of medicine diluted in 100 drops of water. that diluted medicine, 1 drop and further diluted in 1,000 drops of water. Then that diluted medicine, 1 drop further diluted in the 10,000 drops of water. Like that it is diluted. To such an extent that no chemical process can establish how much medicine is there. Then that medicine is so much diluted that it goes and acts on the nucleus of every cell of your body. See? So I told him, Guru Maharaj, Dhanyavad. He said, Swamiji, why are you doing like that? I said, you taught me. What did I tell you? He was feeling very shaky. What did I do some mistake? I said, no, you taught me. Now this is what I am telling you, what I told you. I. Medicine, I. Diluted. I, my wife. Little diluted. It is said, before marriage, a man should fulfill his desires for purchasing clothes. After marriage, everything is bought only for the lady. तुमको क्या जरूरत है? पैंट ठीक है. Then, after the children are born, then your personal likes and dislikes become secondary. Suppose you get something to eat, very much you like it. No, I'll take it for my son. See? So what is happening? Before marriage, concentrated I. After marriage, diluted 50%. Family, you don't know. Diluted 100%. And then after first child comes, diluted again more. Like that, keep on adding children. To what extent? Be attentive. I includes a lady as my wife. So, I and my has become wide. Then I, my wife and my children. This I has become further diluted. Include everything in this world. This is what Bhagavan Krishna. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. As we take ourselves to be the most loving one, as we do not expect any harm to happen to us, in the same manner, when we are able to look at the world as our own extension, like the man's extension is wife, children, etc., in the same manner, when we are abiding in our divine nature, then we come to know, as we see with the eyes, everybody sees with the eyes. What is the difference? As we do not want any pain, others also do not want any pain. Atmaupamyena sarvatra. If somebody hurts me, I feel bad. Similarly, I should not hurt anybody. In short, our individuality is dissolved and merged in the totality. This is the meaning. And when this happens, Bhagavad Gita 12th chapter, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. See? If there is some pain, something happening, do we hate that organ? On the contrary, we take due care of that organ. See? In the same manner, if we are able to recognize, although the organ is giving pain, but it is ultimately me. Slowly and steadily, difficulties and differences will dissolve, although perceived. That dilution of the ego to the ultimate is devotion. See? And this happens in deep sleep. Deep sleep, there is nobody, there is nothing. In the absence of everything, what remains is the ultimate truth. Therefore, if we are walking this path, knowledge, you are not going away from devotion if you are practicing knowledge with understanding, not with arrogance. And if you are practicing devotion with this foundation, then we will not be obsessed. Otherwise, I am Iyer. No, I am Iyengar. Ayya, to God hai. Where are we lost? See? Therefore, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam, no hatred for anybody in this world. Adveshta Sarva. Maitra Sarva Bhutanam. Sarva Bhutanam is common with everything. Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. Maitra Sarva Bhutanam. Karuna Sarva Bhutanam. In Yoga Shastra as well as in Bhagavad Mahapuran, 4 things are told, see, depending upon with whom we have to relate. First, we have to relate in this world with elders who are elder than us. How do we relate with the elders? Only respect and reverence. Now, when we extend respect and reverence, who is benefited? Is it the person to whom we are respecting? He is benefited. Or we who are extending the respect and reverence, we are benefited. Like when we take the food, is the food benefited? Or we are benefited? See, focus this attention. It's so important. I'll tell you about this one example. We were in some place. I will not tell you the name. So, it so happened, my friend, myself, we went. Because he was driving. He, his wife and me, we went. And it was some Mahatma and they are specially invited me because I go to them now and then. So, you please come, our so-and-so great Mahatma is coming, you have to come. I said, okay, I'll come. When he came with a pant, shirt and everything, and above that, like the fathers have, the pastors, they have got a very big gown, like that he came. And with the shoes and all that, and he came and sat. And lot of sound, mo, ho, dum, 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 everything, he said. So they distributed flowers to everybody. So I said, what do I have to do, put on me? No, no, no. You have to put the flowers at the feet of our Mahatma. I said, okay. So I was going to put. My friend, Swami, don't go. He is useless fellow. I said, are they jealous or what? Then I went and put the flower on his shoes. And did also I came. My friend, Swami, you should not have done this. This is not right, you know. And then he started his lecture. Awareness and consciousness are outdated words. If you want, feel divinity. You feel divinity. And the whole audience. Now tell me, isn't it a joy? Oh, why should we react? But my friend was, Swamiji, देखो क्या तमाचा कर रहा है. I said, no, this is realization. So when we respect somebody, we will stop finding faults. And when we stop finding faults, then we are one with our divine nature. See, friend, how important it is. In Tejpur, they wanted to establish one Hanumanji's temple. Hanumanji was kept and he was lying there in the grain, etc. So they called me, I went there and did puja, etc. And then when I saw, I said, hey, this Hanumanji cannot be installed here. You have to get another new Hanumanji. Oh, Swamiji, how it is possible? You know, it is not possible. We are far away. How it will come? I said, that is not my issue. It is your issue. You cannot do. Why? I said, because Hanumanji's leg is fractured. And the person who sent you this Hanumanji, he has done surgery. And you can see that. So whenever any prana pratishtha is done, it is never done that of a vigraha which is having any break or any fault. Because why? Human mind doesn't see what is good, what is bad. See? If you see Bhagavan Krishna with his flute, and if his small finger is broken, we will not see him. Observe, human mind is always looking for something wrong. Therefore, Adveshta Sarva Bhutana Maitra Karuna Evacha. So for the elders, when we look at them with respect and reverence, then alone we are on the right track. Mind will not be disturbed. Then the second one is those who are our age group. So with our age group, be friendly. And who is a friend? A friend is the one who accepts plus and minus qualities of our friend. Not only good thing. Now I know this is wrong, but anyway he is my friend. See? So we rise above the likes and dislikes. Then the third one, those who are younger than us. There are only two ways. Those who are younger, forgive them. They have authority and freedom to commit mistakes. Have we not done any mistakes in life? But my children are so horrible, Swamiji. No, forgive them. Why? Because if they are your children, how they can be normal? They will be horrible. See how simple it is. 3 and the 4th. There are many bad criminal elements in this world. Then be indifferent. Change your thinking process out of the box. That is spiritual life. See? In a school, the teacher was asking, talk something good about everything, okay? And then the teacher started giving everybody, you have to talk something good about anything I tell you. So said, aeroplane, oh, it is very good, it can take us from one place to another, so short time and all, very good, very good. Then, like that, computer, laptop, or phone. Then he said, mother, father, oh, they are very good, because of them we are very good. It was going on and on. And then the teacher asked a question. Tell something good about the terrorist. Everybody quiet. What to tell good about terrorists? There was one out-of-the-box thinker. He was not interested in anything. He said, you tell, you don't tell anything. Tell something good about the terrorists. I said, because of the terrorists, so many people got job in security. Is it wrong? Something good. You have to think. But we are so obsessed. Therefore, remain indifferent. We are not here to evaluate anybody and give certificate. Now take the impact of these 4. When we respect, revere, we feel ourselves fulfilled, blessed. When we are friendly with our friend, we are never disturbed. Then when we forgive the youngsters or under anything, we will not become miserable. And when we deal with the bad elements in the society, we are not appointed to do anything to anybody, accept them or remain indifferent. Don't try to improve anybody in this world. This is the meaning of application of knowledge in our life, and this applied knowledge is devotion. If the knowledge is without devotion, it becomes erudition and scholarship. If the devotion is without knowledge, it becomes obsession. And both of them are bondages. Therefore, to catch this point, take our Bhagavad Gita, where both the things are merged together. What Bhagavan Shankaracharya has written here and what Bhagavan Krishna told is one and the same. So, in the 18th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna tells, see, before we go to that, Sutanam Anya Sharanaha Kshiradya Haravantara Yadvan Kevalaya Sneha Drishya Kachapatanaya Prajivati. See? So, who is a devotee? Here example is given. Yesterday only I saw in on the beach of Jagannath, in Jagannath Puri, there was this Kachapa Kumbh Mela. There were millions of them where from they have come to Gordon. They must have come from the sea. So, how this Kachapa is taking care of its own children, they neither feed nor give anything, only from a distance that mother looks at the child and child is taken care of. This is one of the most important examples given in our scriptures. The Guru may not be talking, may not be doing anything, but like the Kachapa, he will be only by his very glance or his thought about us takes care of ourselves. Therefore, this understanding is what is ultimate. Knowledge is devotion, devotion is knowledge. They are not contrary to anything. So neither we have to become erudite and scholar, nor we have to become obsessed with devotion. These two things merge together. Then what is the net result? When devotion and knowledge merge together, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, you remain cheerful and happy. I used to give talks in Prempuri Ashram in Mumbai. And one day they had some separate function. So they invited me. And a person who was in, he said, Swamiji, we have been hearing you all the time, Moj mein raho, be happy, be happy. Any topic given to you, you come back to that. Today tell something different. I started my talk and made them so miserable in 10 minutes. One of them got, Swamiji, apne mood par aaye. See? Bhagavan Krishna did the same thing. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. See? When you follow the path of knowledge, it is you are Prasannatma, ever cheerful and happy. Otherwise, क्या हो गया? यार, I want to teach people, they don't understand, I am fed up. Then you are not Brahma Bhuta, you are only Bhuta. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. See? Anandadeva kalvimani bhutani jayante. If God expressed this word as an expression of happiness, how can we be miserable in life? Don't justify you are miserable. Make the misery miserable. Don't justify. Whenever a person shows he is hurt, he is miserable, it's a very strong ego. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. The Prasannatma means what? Not mad, like laughing. Then, na shochati, na kamshati. Learn to remain in the present. Na shochati, don't bring your dead past again and again, the same thing. See? Na kamshati, don't worry about future. So when we stop these two, past and the future, what happens? We remain in the present. Remaining in the present is yoga, Prasannatma is the knowledge, and as a result, na shochati na kankshati, then samaha sarveshu bhuteshu, devotion. And what is that devotion? It is not the active, it is not a devotion as an expression in upasana. Samoham sarva bhuteshu, name dveshosti na priya. See? Don't create friends and enemies in this world. So, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na shochati na kankshati, samaha sarveshu bhuteshu, man bhaktim labhate param. The para bhakti and the ultimate knowledge, they are one and the same. See, friends. Whether you are able to recognize the water in the ocean or everywhere, or you are able to experience the same water in everything and being, meaning is the same. Therefore, it is necessary, yadyapi gaganam shunyam tathapi jaladamruta amsharupena chataka chakoran namna drudabhavat puretyasham. See, it is so important. The space is absolute absent. And in this absolute absent space, the chakora is thinking about the moon and waiting that the drops of nectar will fall and they will be happy. In the same manner, Tadvad Prajatam Pumsam Durgvana Manasa Gocharopi Harihi Krupaya Parati Asmat Satyanandat Parvatena Vipulena. Therefore, same Paramatma is expressing as our speech, as our mind, and he who is thus focusing the effect to the cause effect disappears and only the effectless cause remains. This is our ultimate. Therefore, this Prabodh Sudhakar should remove any doubts if we have in our mind that knowledge is superior or devotion is superior. They are one and the same, and knowledge is, Vedanta has to be applied on ourselves, and devotion has to be applied when you are dealing with the world. Conclusion. See. Therefore, Bhagavan Shankaracharya gives in one text, Atyanta malino deha, dehi chatyanta nirmalaha, asangohamiti jnatva shauchametat prachakshate. Body is atyanta malina, extremely disgustingly dirty. But the self that I am is nirmalaha. In this manner, recognizing our divine nature, in spite functioning to the dirty body, is shaucha, the real purification. Okay, so somebody comes. Atyanta malino deha. This knowledge has to be applied on ourselves. Then about others, there is another way. What is that? Deho devalaya proktaha dehi devo niranjanaha architaha sarva bhavena swanubhutya virajate. Every moving body is a moving temple of God. See? Deho devalaya, temple of God. Deho devalaya prokta. Dehi, the embodied, is Deva, God. Even my husband also, yes. Life becomes very simple. And once these two principles come in our life, Vedanta, we have to apply on ourselves. Otherwise, if somebody is having a problem, health issue, don't worry, this is only at body level, not you are divine. And when the same thing happens to some, majority of the Vedantis do this way. Tell Vedanta to others. And as regard devotion is concerned, it is to themselves. In this manner, this Prabodh, Sudhakar, whatever it is ultimately giving us this ultimate in our life. Beyond that, there is nothing. Give it a try. See? It's not difficult.
Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Namah. Hari Om.